Hello, welcome to the demonstration, Automatically Detect User Struggle. In this demonstration, you will learn how to configure a URL to automatically detect user struggle on your website, and create an alert to be notified when user struggle exceeds beyond a defined threshold. Struggle on a website can be defined as a series of repeated interactions or steps by a visitor because of user confusion, invalid web design, or possibly fraud. For example, entering multiple credit card numbers, struggling with a form field, or having to wait extended periods of time for a page to load. Struggle analytics is a cognitive feature that allows users to monitor specific processes or promotional pages with little configuration effort or knowledge of building events. To configure Struggle Analytics out of the box, simply enter a URL you want to monitor and click Save. As visitors interact with this page over time, the algorithm learns what is normal behavior and what is not and notifies you of these changes over time. So how does this work? Visitor session data is passed through a set of algorithms that assess each customer session based on a set of key struggle factors. Each visitor session is assigned a struggle score based on their interactions. The collection of these visitor struggle scores determines the struggle score for the URL that was configured for Struggle Analytics. Struggle is calculated for a URL or screen based on three core attributes: load time in seconds, step count, the number of visitor-initiated actions such as clicks or entering text on a page, and repeat patterns between pages related to the number of times a user toggles between two separate pages. It's optional to add user-defined events. For example, for step 3 of 4 of the checkout process, I only want to detect struggle for those visitors from a particular region of Europe. In this demonstration, you are a customer experience designer for the Aurora store. Over the weekend, the development and design teams rolled out a new version of the registration process to adhere to new web standards. You want to be automatically notified if customers are struggling to progress through the new funnel. Configure Struggle Analytics to monitor the updated site changes. To get started, click Struggle Analytics. At the top, we have two tabs. Page View, the default view, shows all URLs being tracked by Struggle Analytics. Session View collects the top 10 struggling sessions from all URLs being tracked and groups them in session lists. These session lists can be customized. For this training environment, Struggle Analytics are being tracked for two URLs, the checkout page and the shopping cart page. On the Aurora site, the shopping cart page represents the start of the checkout process. Select the shopping cart page struggle report. A struggle report is displayed. Similar to the report builder, a qualitative report is available on top and the quantitative data is located below. With the amount of data we have, we can see that 9 visitors showed signs of struggle on the checkout page, which is gradually decreasing as the month progressed. The top 10 struggling sessions for this web page shows 2 unique visitor sessions. Remember, each session is given a struggle score, which means of the 9 sessions, only 2 sessions met our threshold criteria to be considered a struggle threat. These thresholds can be modified, which we'll touch on later. Let's start tracking struggle for a new URL. The Aurora site requires new visitors to sign up to make the checkout process easier and to receive ongoing email promotions. This will be our page of focus, as form fields tend to represent a struggle area. From the Struggle Analytics dashboard, select the menu icon. Click Map Pages. Page mapping is displayed. The checkout and shopping cart URLs are listed on the left. You can click each one to see how they are configured. Click the plus sign to start mapping a new URL for the registration form page. Enter a name to make it easily recognizable. Click the icon indicator to select an applicable icon. For the first URL attribute, enter the registration form URL. Our mapping configuration is now complete. Similar to the event tester, you should test your pages with existing sessions in the system. Select Test. 13 of those sessions were mapped correctly. Click the arrow for more information. Test results show all current URL mappings. Locate the registration form page. This mapping is configured correctly. Click Back. Click Save. Depending on the frequency of website traffic, it takes about 10 minutes for the algorithm to learn from your website and generate a report. Click Edit Struggle Factor. Here, we can configure the weight for all struggle factors that are taken into consideration in the algorithm. This is helpful if you want to shift focus to a particular area if your analysis becomes more specific over time. If additional events are added to URL mappings, you can configure the proper weighting measurements here. When first starting out, how you weight your struggle factors is dependent on the type of website you are monitoring and what you are trying to accomplish or understand. If you are unsure, start out by evenly distributing your factors and modify them over time after you've had a chance to analyze the data. Select Menu, Threshold, and Alert. Prior, we looked at struggle factors and the key attributes that make up struggle and how they are weighted. Here, we are looking at the struggle thresholds for all URLs. Struggle thresholds are a global setting. Remember back in our struggle report? It showed 9 visitors had some sign of struggle, but only 2 were determined as a struggling session. Those 2 sessions exceeded our threshold limit of a score of 50. In addition, you can select the percentage of sessions demonstrating struggle for a particular URL. This affects your page view calculations and struggle reports. If the percentage of sessions demonstrating struggle exceeds the percentage value entered here, the widget on the Struggle Analytics page view homepage will turn red. To be notified when URLs breach the defined threshold, toggle the On switch to enable alerts for Struggle Analytics. Enter a subject name for the alert, and enter any recipients that are added to your organization. Click Save. In this demonstration, you learned how to configure a URL to automatically detect user struggle on your website, and create an alert to be notified when user struggle exceeds a defined threshold.